All right, in this chapter, we're going to talk about printing paperwork for deals or printing forms. Clearly, it's something you will do a lot when you're selling units. You may have a lot of forms or very few, depending on your state. So, understanding the process is really helpful. All right, there's two ways you can print deal paperwork. If you have a deal already and maybe somebody came in on a Tuesday, you built it all up and they got it all done, they're going to go to a credit union, pick up a check or something like that. You're not going to sign any paperwork till they bring the check. And they show up, you can see them in your list here of whoever the customer is. In this case, let me move this over here so it's not so confusing. I have my customer here and I can just click the printing icon for a particular deal. Once I do that, I can print a couple different ways here. I can go ahead and pick from a group. We covered this in a different chapter of where to find form groups and how to set them up. When I do that, it's automatically going to check the four forms I want, and I can go ahead and say print group. It'll go ahead and open up the bill of sale, and then it will begin to download the custom forms that I have. Once the custom forms are downloaded, I can open them here. It'll bring over any information, or I can manually type in update what I need to do and click the print option. So that's kind of your standard way of printing using a group. If you didn't want to use a group, you don't have to. You don't even have to check a box. You can just print the print icon next to a form and it will go ahead and print. Now, I do want to take an opportunity here to explain the difference between a standard or a DX1 document and then your custom uploads and how they interact differently. Um, all accounts come with an MU bill of sale and an MU quote. When you use these, it's going to open up in a standard print window like we've just seen. And then behind it, there'll be a copy of the form where I could export it or print it again, do whatever I need to do. All these forms below here underneath the vehicle are forms that your dealership has had our team build and upload. So if you don't want to use the um, invoice date when you're printing, keep in mind with customs, you can always come in here and set a date. And then when custom forms open, they're going to open in a PDF. And that's because we have to do a bunch of calculations. So when you print your custom forms, to print them, you'll again need to open them here as a PDF. And then I would end up using the print function from within the form and then close it out. Now, in some upcoming chapters, especially towards the end of just some tips we have, we're going to talk about direct printing. It's a way that you can print with one click and have items go straight to your printer without them opening in PDFs. That's called direct printing. And again, those will be in some of our last chapters we have under general tips. You'll definitely find a chapter under direct printing, and direct printing can be used across the dealership. All right, so the first way we access printing was from the deal list. I can also go straight into a deal. I can come up and click the print button, and again, it'll open my pop up where I can decide to print using groups, or I can just print something using the button, click it, print it, etc. Not much to it. Again, if you're interested about putting in form groups, if I return to my active cell list over in my left-hand menu or form groups, here's a list of groups that are already made. If you'd like to make a new form group, you can do that. You can add them, use them on the fly, etc. Great tool. You'll add a group name description. Again, we had another chapter specifically to forms and form groups, so if you'd like a little more information, make sure to go check out that video. So now you know how to print paperwork for a deal, either from the active sell list here for either quotes or deals, or you can open up the actual quote or deal itself and print right within.